Hi sis, so welcome to MacTalks, and here I'm talking with my MacBook because I want to create a new type of videos that I usually post on my YouTube, and I want to, see how it is filming with my MacBook and see if I can do more of these type of videos. So today I will be talking about a story time about something that I always always believe in. I always tell people about, and that is everything happens for a reason. Even if at that time you don't think, oh, that is terrible, that thing that happened to me is very unfortunate for me. Everything happens for a reason, because if you didn't succeed in that, or if things didn't end up happening the way you wanted, it happened for you to later have a better ending. I don't know if I explained very well. What I mean is that if something unfortunate happened to you, don't be, oh, I'm so unlucky because that happened to me. Don't be like that. You just say, this happened for a reason, because in the future you will see that that needed to happen in order for you to succeed, or to things to work out for you in the future. Okay, so I will be talking about a story time. This is story time, like, every time I think about it, I'm like, oh my god, like, the butterfly effect is so real. Like, the butterfly effect, search on the internet, or maybe I will put here the definition of the butterfly effect, but honestly, it is real. So let me tell you a story about the butterfly effect, and everything happens for a reason, like, because it is related. And so last year I made a vision board, and I've put a lot of things. Some of these things ended up happening, and some of the other things didn't happen yet. But in one of those things, in one of my goals of last year, was to go to a 𝓂𝒹 concert. That I love him, I love all of his songs, and also going to visit Madrid. And okay, so from a lot of things that I put on my vision board last year, like, I would say the 50% were accomplished, where it became real, but the other 60% didn't become real. And one of the things, and one of those things, it was going to a 𝓂𝒹 concert and also visiting Madrid. Okay, so last year 𝓂𝒹 announced that he was going to come to Madrid. It was not exactly a concert, it was just him showing up in the club and singing one or two or three songs and then leaving. And for me, that was okay. I was going to see 𝓂𝒹. So as soon as I heard 𝓂𝒹 going to Madrid, I was like, two things on my vision board that I can do in one day, like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So I asked my friends, my sister, none of them wanted to come with me, and I was going to give up. But then I was like, okay, my cousin, she likes 𝓂𝒹, so let me ask her. So I asked her, and she said yes. So we were ready. We booked the trains, we booked the hotel, everything for just one day, because it was going to be one night. And weeks later, the club announced that 𝓂𝒹 was not going to be coming, and they returned us the money. So my cousin and I were like, what are we going to do now? Because we already booked the train tickets, the hotel, and for me, that was a lot of money, because I'm a student, okay? I don't have a lot of money. So I was like, even though 𝓂𝒹 is not coming to Madrid, I'm coming. I'm going to Madrid anyways, because it is also in my vision board. So my cousin and I went anyways to Madrid, and she was all the time saying, even though we're not going to the concert, let's go to a party anyways. We're going to ask black people there because we wanted, an Afro party. So my cousin was like, let's go and ask, if we see black people there, let's ask them where we can go to an Afro party. Anyways, so I was like, I was not feeling going to a party because that was not my type, that was not something that I was really looking for. I was like, maybe if we don't go to the Rema concert, we can at least visit El Parque del Retiro or going to a famous restaurant in Madrid. And she was like, yeah, we're going to do that, but we're going to the party anyways. We're going to look for an Afro party. Like, she was feeling going to a party, and I was like, okay. So when we arrived to Madrid, we went to the things that I said my cousin to do, and then we went to the Parque El Retiro, okay? And she was just looking for black people to ask them, and I was not having it. I was not looking for black people to ask them for a party. I'm a shy girl. I don't be asking people on the street, but she didn't care. So we were walking in the park, and she saw, like, very far away, a lot of black people, like, having a picnic, and, well, a picnic party, I don't know. And she was, let's go there. And I was like, no. And she was, yeah, let's go there. Then we went there, and we met the people that were meant to go to the Rema concert. And they said that they organized this little picnic for people that was going to go to the Rema concert, and they organized a picnic instead. And we were like, we are also these people, but we didn't know. People didn't tell us anything. We didn't know about this. So at that picnic, my cousin and I met a girl, and that girl was coming from another city. She was not from Madrid. So we talked, we gave each other our Instagrams. So after that picnic, we became friends, the girl that we met. And then months later, Afro Nation was announced to go in July this year, 2025. And she asked us, my cousin and I, to go with her and other friends. And me personally, I was not interested in Afro Nation. So I had to tell her, no, I don't want to go. But months later, one of my goals this year, like it is on my vision board, was to go to Paris, okay? And again, I asked my friends, I asked my sisters, and none of them wanted to go to Paris with me. And I thought to myself, let me ask this girl, because I know this girl wants to travel. And I know she travels, so let me ask her if she wants to go to Paris with me. Like, for me, at that time, she was a stranger, but not a stranger, because we met just from one day, and we follow each other on Instagram. So she was like my friend, and now we are friends. So I asked her, she said yes. And yeah, then this year, Rema announced that he was going to make a concert, like a legit concert, and near my city in Barcelona. So I was like, hell yeah. And guess what? The friend that I'm going to Paris with, well, I went to Paris with also came to this Rema concert in Barcelona. And I also went with my sisters and with my friends, with her. And I also went to Paris because it was in this year's vision board. And that's why I say always, everything happens for a reason. Because if Rema didn't cancel last year, I wouldn't even met this girl that I went to Paris this year with. And also, if I went to last year Rema's concert, I wouldn't have went to this concert, to be honest, because me, I always say I will do things once, and if I travel to Paris, that's it. I just went to Paris one day. Let me do more things. Let me spend my money on other things. So everything happens for a reason. Like, for example, last year I could have said, "Oh my God, I'm very unfortunate because Rema, I had it on my vision board and I didn't end up going because he canceled." I will be like very sad. But if I remind myself that everything happens for a reason and I see everything as something good that will happen in the future, and look, something good, something better happen in the future due to an unfortunate event in the past. Like, if I didn't met this girl, I wouldn't have gone to Paris because I would not have gone by myself to Paris, to be honest. I don't like solo traveling. I will be traveling with, I want to travel with other people. And I knew no one would want to come with me. And knowing that this girl, um, you know, travels and wants to, visit other cities, I asked her. And if I didn't knew her, if I didn't met her last year, I wouldn't have gone to Paris, to be honest. So yeah, that's my story time. I hope I explained myself well, and yeah, that's my story time. So everything happens for a reason, and the butterfly effect is real. Bye.